Right, in this video I'm going to do kind of a special kind of pen. It's for people with arthritis or who have difficulty with their hands. How this came up was a while ago that we were having a club meeting, that's Woodturning 360, and there was a special night that a few of us got together and we were talking pens, and the subject of pens for people with arthritis came up, and I happened to mention that there's a design for it, and I promised to do a video on it, and I completely and utterly forgot about it. My apologies, Paul. So I'm going to do it now, right? When we're doing pens, normally we worry mostly about what they look like. This one is all about function, right? I'm going to use a slimline click. I wouldn't be using a slimline twist, because people with arthritis might find it difficult to actually grab it enough to twist it, whereas a click is easy. So the first thing I'm going to do is round this off. Right, I already have them glued and tubed and everything else. Right, so I'm going up to 2000 revs, which is what I normally turn pens at. Right, we round these off. Right, when you get them rounded off, the thing that you've got to think about is which end the nib is going. Right, that's important in this one. Right, so we're going to use this end as the nib on this. Now what I want to do is bring that down a little bit more, and then what I want a very sharp transition from about there down to the bushing. Now for the slim line, I'm going to keep this pen quite thick. Especially for me down the slim line. Normally I do slim lines. So I'm going to use a detail gouge now to get this right down to that bushing. Like that. Now what I want to do is, on this end here, I want to create a finger well. Right? Somewhere for the fingers to sit. Right? And I want to transition up here, a smooth transition. Now I have heard people who do pens like this, and they say the pen has to be heavy. I personally don't think it does. It has to have some bulk to it, but I don't think it has to be heavy. That's just my opinion on it. Right. I don't think it has to be too heavy. But a little bit of bulk, yes. Right. Now, this end of the pen, treat like a normal pen, like a normal end of a pen. Just, as I said in this, function is more important, but aesthetics does come into it. So basically try and match the widths. So it's a cohesive piece. Do just bring it out to the bushing. Oh, still a lip there. Still a lip. There we go, that's it. Right. Same on the other end. So there. Now we get a finished cut into it. As I said, the pens don't have to be heavy, but they do require a little bit of bulk. Right, now I'm going to sand that, and then there's another little thing you can do to help, and I'll show you that after I sand it. Right then, there's that sanding done down to 320. And you can see there the way that little finger well will help with grip. It doesn't allow your hand to slide down, but there's a thing you can do to improve it slightly. Right. What you can do is you can cut in grip lines with a point tool. And you got to be very careful doing this, that you don't go in far enough so that you get to the tube. Just a quick hit of 320 in each of the grooves. And there you have the finger well with some gripping grooves in it. Now I'm going to clean and finish that. And while I'm doing that, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to the channel, if you would, and like and share the video. You know, this design itself is not mine. This design's been around for a long time. I've just happened to add the finger grooves to it because I think it works better. And I'm probably not the first to have done that either. As I said, this just came up in conversation, and I happen to know about this design. Right, so let that one dry off, and then I'll finish it, and I'll be back then. Right, I'm just buffing this off. I gave it my usual finish of the Arthritis Hampshire Shay. Just giving it a buff off now. The wood, in case you're wondering, is spalted sycamore. Which is quite pretty. Right, and we put this thing together. And there's nothing special about putting these together. So the only special part in this pen is that. Right, now the kit I'm using, as I said, is a click, and it's called Fancy. You see that part goes in there, and it's in rose gold. I use the rose gold ones because they go with an awful lot of the woods that I use. The rose gold colour does. Clip goes in first, and then the center ring goes in. The center ring acts as more than just a decoration in this pen. It actually holds the pen together. Right. That been in. And put the bottom of the pen in. And then there's these two pieces. They're tiny little pieces. Well, one of them is tiny. It's that one. And this one, right? That slips in there, right? There's a screw thread on the top of that. So slide that in. Right. Use the refill. What's that on the refill? Use the refill to shove it all the way up till the white bit comes out there. And then you have the mainspring. Now, there's confusion on mainsprings sometimes. Right, the mainspring on click pens, and most of them are like this. It has a fat end and it has a skinny end. The skinny end goes over the refill. And the fat end goes down the other end. And I forgot to put a piece in. There's me right for not concentrating. Right, forgot to put that bit in. That's the carrier for the nib. Now, okay, that's better. Now, as I said, it goes in there. Get the spring the right way around. Make sure that's sticking out the top. And screw the nib on. Right. I'm missing a piece. Must have left it over here in the bag today. I must have left it here in the bag. I did. There it is. The other spring, it slips over the top, and then the clicker pushes the spring down and screws into that top white piece. And you end up with your click pen. And as you can see, the grip on it there stops your hand sliding down. Right. Now I'm hardly holding that and I'm putting a fair bit of pressure on it and it's not moving. There, it finally moved. Whereas if it's like that, if it's smooth, I'm putting the same amount of pressure on it, you'll see, right, the same amount of pressure stops there. Right. That's why they can help people who have difficulty gripping things. Right. So that is the Arthritis pen. Sorry it took so long, Paul. I completely forgot about it. So I hope that's helped somebody out. If you ever get asked to do a pen for someone who has difficulty gripping, this is one of the designs that works. It does not have to be super heavy, again, my opinion. And that's what you end up with. So I hope you enjoyed that one. And I'll see you in the next one.